Okay, so this is Gordon Ramsay Steak, a game for those who want to learn how to cook a steak, because the purpose of our application is to teach people how to cook a steak. So as you can see, this is the home page. It says cook the Gordon Ramsay steak. All it takes is 10 minutes and 7 ingredients to make someone love you forever. There's a button to start learning, which we can click, but because we haven't started learning yet, you have learned 0 out of 11 steps thus far. So we're going to start learning. It brings us to this Learn tab, which we could have also clicked. So first step, unthaw the frozen steak. This arrow is telling you how to do so. We start the timer. It says timer is on while you wait. You can cut your butter and garlic. Let's drag the garlic to the cutting board. Let's drag the butter. Okay, it's saying to drag the knife here. Let's do so again with the butter. Nice. The steak is now unthawed, as you can see. Let's go to the next step. Step number 2, put a pan over medium-high heat. Let's do that. And instead of pressing the arrow, we can also wait for this page to time out. So let's do that instead of using the arrow. I'm not going to click anything, and there it goes. And as you can see, when you first get onto a Learn page, the arrow does not show up because we want the user to actually complete the step before moving on to the next step. So for this step 3, drag the salt and pepper onto the steak to season. Let's drag the pepper. Nice. Let's drag the salt. Nice, we season the steak. I'm gonna click next step. Here, step 4, rub bottom of steaks with excess salt and pepper that has fallen onto the table. Now we're gonna click the steak to learn how to properly season. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Now click the steak to try it yourself. Click the steak again to flip. Now click the steak again to season this side with the leftovers. Nice. Okay, we used up all the leftover seasoning. The step timed out. Coat the pan in oil once the pan begins to smoke. Okay, the pan is smoking. Click the olive oil when pan is hot enough. Nice. We completed, so let's go to the next step. Step 6, sear steak for 1 minute on each side. So let's put the steak on, start the timer for searing. Timer's on. And as you can see, it's moving down in 10-second intervals. Click the steak to turn it. Okay. Now click the timer again, then the searing is done. Okay, let's click the timer again. It's again moving down in 10-second intervals. Nice. Okay. So now our steak is seared on both sides. Let's go to the next step. Drag the thyme, garlic, and butter onto the steak to season. But before doing so, we already completed 6 steps, so let's see what the homepage says. Yeah, it says we have learned 6 out of 11 steps thus far. So let's resume, and it should take us back to the 7th step. And it does. So now let's drag the thyme, the garlic, and the butter. Nice, we did that. Let's adjust the fire to medium-low. Okay. And as you can see, the flame got smaller. Now 9, baste the steaks by continuously scooping melted butter on top of the steaks. Okay, it says to start the timer after selecting desired tenderness. So well would be 4 minutes, medium well would be 3 minutes, medium rare would be 2, and rare would be 1. Let's do medium rare. So now we're going to start the timer, click on the spoon to scoop melted butter, and then we drag and drop the spoon onto the steak. Okay, let's do it again because we repeatedly pour the melted butter till timeout. Nice, we did so. Now we're going to remove from heat and let rest for step 10. We click the pan to turn the fire off, fire's off, click again to remove steak. Now the timer automatically goes on and decrements in 30-second intervals per 1 second. So let's wait for that. Nice, the steak is done resting and it times out. Now we're going to enjoy the Gordon Ramsay steak. So after we're done with Learn, it brings us to the game page. This is the game homepage where it says cook the Gordon Ramsay steak, replicate the steps from Learn. You have 3 hints available. So let's start the game. Okay, it says to drag the correct material to the cutting board. Let's see, I think there was broccoli. Oh no, there wasn't. I know there was steak. I know there was garlic. I know there was pepper. Was there chili powder? No, there was not. Okay, I think there was butter. I know there was olive oil. No, there was thyme. Was there onion? No. Okay, I think there was salt. Nice, we're complete. So we're gonna press the arrow for next. Oh, okay, so this is what they meant by saying that we had 3 hints available. So we have 3 hints available still, as it says 3, because we haven't used any. But this step, I think I know what to do. We're defrosting the steak, and then we're gonna start the timer, and then we're gonna cut the garlic and butter. So let's do that. Oops. Let's see. Now we're gonna cut the butter. Nice. We still have 2 minutes left. Okay. Steak is thawed. Let's move on to the next step. I believe this is the step we're just turning the fire to medium. Nice. No hints used yet. Here, I think we're just doing the pepper and the salt to season. Okay. And here, I think we're just using the leftover seasoning. So we're gonna click the steak, then we're gonna flip it, then we're going to shake it again onto the leftover seasoning to get everything. Okay. Here, though, I'm not really sure what to do. So let's take that hint. Oh, we're gonna coat the pan in oil once the pan begins to smoke. So it's smoking. Let's coat the pan in oil. Awesome. Okay, let's move on to the next step. Here, I believe we're searing the steak. So let's do that. Okay, 1 minute on this side. Okay, yeah, it's decrementing in 10-second intervals once again. Let's see. Oh, okay, and then I think we're gonna flip the steak. Okay, we did that. And then we're gonna start the timer again. Okay, nice. It's going down. Complete. Let's press the arrow for the next step. Oh, here I'm not really sure what to do either. So let's take the hint. Drag the thyme, garlic, and butter onto the steak to season. Let's drag the garlic, the thyme, and the butter. Nice, we're done with that step. Okay, and here, I'm also not sure what to do, so let's take the hint. Oh, we just adjust the fire to medium-low. Okay, let's do so. And here, you know what, I'm too tired, so let's not even do this step. Let's skip it. Ah, okay. And as you can see, we only completed 9 out of the 10 steps. We missed that last one because we were too lazy. So the score is 9 out of 10. But still, the user gets a message saying, great job, you cooked the perfect Gordon Ramsay medium rare steak. Also, they get their score. And then they can either learn again or play again. Because I'm not really sure what steps I missed. You know, I missed that 10th step. Let's try and learn again. Okay, now that we're back to learn again, let's go back to homepage. And as you can see, the number of steps thus far has gone back to 0 because we started over. So that way the user can learn once again, starting from scratch. And just to explain the purpose of this site, we felt that a user would have more retention if they were to really do and practice the movements in a gamified setting rather than just watch a video, which is why we created this interactive game. So we hope you enjoy it, and we hope you learn how to cook a steak.